This is a super expensive bottle of mineral water, which actually costs $500 per bottle. However, as soon as the man took a sip, a robber held a gun to his back. But obviously the robber was robbing for the first time because he forgot to load the bullet. After Nick's reminder, the robber immediately pulled the bolt, but Nick was the first to remove the magazine. The robber quickly bent down to pick it up, but the next second Nick took the handgun away. However, Nick did not intend to make things difficult for him. He first unloaded all the bullets from the magazine. Then he warned the other party to leave quickly. Nick didn't want to get into too much trouble. However, after running away, the man suddenly shouted at his accomplice that Nick's backpack had a lot of money. Nick could only run away quickly. However, it was already too late. A large group of robbers were surrounding him, and soon two people with weapons kept approaching him. Nick is hiding in the corner, waiting for the opportunity. At the moment when the two of them approached, he kicked down one person and then took the other's handgun. In the end, he directly killed both of them on the spot. He quickly changed into the opponent's leather jacket and took away all the weapons and ammunition from them. He put on his wallet and started fleeing again. However, this place has already been surrounded by enemies. Moreover, he was carrying a bag of money, and it was very difficult for him to escape. The enemies around him kept approaching him, and he decisively reached out his handgun, aiming mercilessly and killing them directly, because he knew very well that these robbers would never let him go. But there are too many enemies. It's impossible to avoid their sight. The intense gunfire quickly attracted more robbers, but even so, they are still no match for Nick. Nick is a drug enforcement officer with over 20 years of professional experience and extensive combat skills. He mercilessly killed the enemy before they even approached him. After the bullet was fired, he immediately picked up the enemy's weapon and started shooting wildly again. On the escape route, Nick found an armor-piercing bullet. At this moment, a team of people chased after them again, intentionally leading them into a narrow alley and then using one bullet to eliminate them. Although he has dealt with dozens of robbers, he still hasn't been able to escape the crisis.